All right, so here we go. James 2:5. Listen, my beloved brothers, did God not choose the poor of this world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom which he promised to those who love him? Now, where we just left off, James was saying, if you're judging people with outward appearance, showing favoritism, then you are judging with evil motives. So don't be doing that. Now he says, listen. So lean in. I'm on my way to summarizing this previous illustration. So listen, my beloved brothers, did God not choose the poor of this world to be rich in faith? Now the Bible is full of the worldly thoughts, and Jesus is kind of spinning it, turning it on its head. So this is one case where we talk about the rich and the poor. So in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus is talking to over 10,000 people. It's his most famous sermon. It's in Matthew 5. So in Matthew 5:5, it says, Jesus is saying, the meek shall inherit the earth. So again, this is the poor people. So he's flipping things on their head. He also says in Matthew 19:24 that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to accept Christ. Now I'm paraphrasing. You can go back and look at it if you want. That's Matthew 19:24. So here we go. So we got and heirs. So this heirs part, that's inheritance. That's part of the family or on the same team. So we get to join his group, his family, his team, whatever, however you want to think about it. So in John 14:18, Jesus is dropping some big truth bombs here. He says, I will not abandon the orphans. So Jesus is saying, hey, if you join my team, if you be part of the group I'm growing here, I'm not going to treat you like an orphan. I'm not going to leave you out on the front porch for you to freeze to death or whatever it might be. I'm not going to do you like that. So we got to remember, when we join the team Jesus, he's not going to be leaving us out like that. So he says, and heirs of the kingdom which he promised to those who love him. Now this love that's used here, that's the agape love. That's the unconditional. That's not the you love ice cream type of love. This is the highest form of love. Now, what does Jesus say about people who love him? In John 14:23, Jesus talking, 14:23, Jesus said, if anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our abode with him. So if you love Jesus, you're going to keep his word. Now, what does Jesus say his word is? Well, in Matthew 22:37, setting this up, there's a dude that came up to Jesus and he said, now what's the biggest, the best commandment out there? And so Jesus replied, he said, love God. That's number one. And not that you asked, but I'm going to tell you what the number two is also. It's love your neighbor. So he says, and then after that, he says, and this is Matthew 22:37-39. And then after that, he says, all the law, all of my commandments, all of my word, it hinges on those two. So if you love God and you love your neighbor, if that's your wheelhouse, if that's the commands that you own, you got them all. Okay, so we do need to remember these when we're trying to recruit other people to our team or evangelize or plant seeds of truth. So we got to remember that it's not about winning an argument, being right, being wrong. It's about leading people to the truth, to the saving grace that is part of being on Jesus' team. So Jesus is the captain or the coach, and we're the team members, and we wear his jersey. We want to make sure that we're representing properly, so that way we can get other people on the team or in the family, as it were.